because of the new Twitch stuff. It has been, like, unless you're, like, subscribed to a specific channel, I think. Alright. No, wait, no ad. Okay, well, starting up, good evening. My name is, Blue Sonja, and it's for the Wednesdays. Tonight, it's just curse this Awoken nightmare of a grind. Not the best pun, but the reason for this week is last week was a big lore binge, huge lore binge. As you can see, finally got all of Most Loyal finished, which means I am just 2 entries away. Truth to Power, 4 more entries. That means 4 more cycles to come before I can unlock Chronicler. But that also means I've got to get the last 3 entries for the Dreaming City, which means a lot of grinding Dreaming City stuff. I have no interest in Crucible at the moment, and let's be honest, with Season of the Drifter coming up, there's almost no point in trying to grind out a couple my first reset in Gambit. There's no point for this season. Just wait till next one. So for the rest of this season, I'll be working on this as well as trying to get the cosmetics, the ship shader, not the ship Sparrow and Ghost for Dreaming City. But tonight we're gonna do some Forge activations. We're gonna go run Shattered Throne when Vox gets here. Joining me tonight is Vox and Ghost. Ghost is already here. Say hi, Ghost. Hello. And we're going to run GoFanon. Just to run GoFanon, see what we can get. Let me actually track this particular triumph here. Destination Nessus. Oh, I'm at about 357 Le Monarque kills. So let's see if we can't do any better. Yeah. So. Tonight we're also going to be discussing lore, because this week's Truth to Power entry was, yeah, that's something. It's something. Suffice to say, if you've been reading the Truth to Power entries, you'll know that it's been a long, weird set of lore that has taken us from the origin to, the supposed origin of Erismorn to the existence of a Golden Age AI trapped in the Dreaming City to being contacted by Quaria, the Vex mind that Oryx once captured, partially took, and gave to his sister Savathun. And now it's a lot of Savathun. Like a lot. And this week's entry just proves how twisted and maniacal this villain is going to be in future expansions, and how we've only been doing everything we possibly can to feed her and her 3 different schemes going on at the moment. And it's really brilliant writing, really complex, especially to read the line from a hive god that says, I came up with a humdinger of a plan. Good to know she's folksy. But yeah, so I'm not gonna read it and spoil it because it's honestly one of those things. Yes, you can go see the Queen's court. We have confirmed, of course, that the Queen is not there, though Shirachi is kind of hanging out. Ghost just died. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, one of these days the item manager is going to quit telling me that I've unlocked all the different, secret lost sectors on Mercury. There we go. Now, the reason I'm running GoFanon is because there is an opportunity for the exotic ship to drop from GoFanon. And I have hit that point with Destiny where filling out the triumphs, grabbing those last few little cool things, is all that matters to me. That said, I did finally get a shader that I've put on everything, because I love it. Dreaming Spectrum from the raid weapons. I found I had an Apex Predator that had it, and it dismantled it because I never use it, and it dropped. So, every character. I also still need to run Last Wish and get freaking 1,000 voices along with the bow. Once I've got those two, I think I'm good. I got her Supremacy this week. I kind of loaded into Shirochi, went back and got the free chest, and I got a fairly decent roll on her Supremacy. Yeah. I mean, I'm really kind of not allowed to talk about mine after I got Jotun on my first Bergersia drop, but yeah. It was like, hey, so do you want a Death Toaster? Yeah. The only way I've killed people with that weapon is when they're not paying attention. Because if you're paying attention to someone who's using Jotun, then you'll be able to just get out of the way. And plus, I developed an attitude about Crucible a long time ago. There's a reason there's just a few seconds before you respawn, unless you're playing comp. And that's because in Crucible, you're meant to die. You're meant to fail over and over. You're meant to just get up, pick yourself up, dust off, do it again. Though I will admit Shax's dialogue this past Crimson Days was kind of disappointing and, you know, depressing. Like, Shax had like some angry relationship stuff happening. Like at one point he chided me and a person I was playing with Pies and says, "There's 4 of you. 4 guardians with guns. What is the matter?" I'm like, dude. I got your stupid bow. It's not all that good. I see why the queen didn't want it. Yeah, that's, I mean, the only one of those, like, items that they are currently selling that I'm going to buy is when I achieve Chronicler. I will spend the money for that medal. Now, the thing is, though, is if you want to get some of them like Dregden, I checked their website, if you want to get some of them like Dregden or Wayfarer or Cursebreaker, which I think is entirely unfair because of the RNG nature of Cursebreaker, you have until March something, like sometime in March, before that offer ends. Unless they decide to expand it. Because it's just like, guys... I mean, I get it. I mean, I still get the title, I still get to wander around with it, but it's still like one of those things like, well... Now, you want to talk about a gun that is surprisingly fun to use in PvE, even though I'm having a hard time with it in PvP? Last word. But I love it in PvE right now. Like, it doesn't make any sense to use it in PvE, but when you're at 650 light and you're doing stuff like strikes, you're like, yeah, this is satisfying. I'm also, of note, not actually running any frames. Just running it to run it. And the Laymonarch kills. Won't lie, Laymonarch, my favorite exotic of Forsaken so far. Without question, it's... I mean, yes, in PvP I've heard some complaints about it, but PvE, this thing is... It's amazing. It's all the... I mean, I'll use it in... I don't actually use it in PvE because my speed with a bow is shockingly slow in that setting, but I just love that I have a bow, like something that uses primary ammo, that I can just keep dumping continual damage over time into a boss. And it rewards people who've kind of mastered bows in that sense of finding the sweet spot where your draw is right at its peak. Those people we'll see right here. I'm getting teleported. Because reasons. Now we got 55 seconds. We need to burn this thing. There we go. Oh, did he get out of the way of my tether? No, he did not. I still saw him tethered. I think the hardest freaking shader to get in this game is the Armory Refurbished Forges, or shader. I can't seem to get it to drop. It's driving me nuts. Yeah. Coppery rusty one. Hey, another ballistics log. Let's see. Bergersha, Crucible match, whatever. Strikes with clanmates. I got a loaded question in the new Nightshade this week as well. Gonna have to say, when you have a Godroll Blast Furnace that's masterworked and has the catalyst in it, you kinda don't care about the Nightshade. Like, no thank you. Okay, sending it now. I mean, we can do another Go Fanon before we, go do that. Let's see here. Still very upset. The queen is gone. She just left us. She honestly just left us. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we'd have to back out. Wait, no, we don't have a blueberry. We don't have a blueberry, so we can back out. Oh, sorry. It's like, we don't have a blueberry. Quick, 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 quick. Get out, get out, get out. Okay, what do I want to run tonight? I think I'm going to run Warlock. Oh my god. That's... Ugh. No thank you. Yeah, that's just not fun. That's just broken. Okay, so I'm gonna run Titan for Shattered Throne tonight, or should I run Warlock? Okay. I will do my best to Titan. I'll do my best to Titan. I cannot make any guarantees. But she has awesome looking armor now, so you know she's got that going for her. That's always important. Alright, join up on us, Fox, and we'll do the, we'll do a quick go fan. Okay. So we were discussing some slight stuff about lore. How completely metatextual most recent Truth to Power was for this week. And yeah, the fact that she used Humdinger just it nails it for me as a villain. But here's the thing that gets me. Here's the thing that gets me. After you and I discussed it, and exactly what she implies, because you know the whole thing is like as we've been playing, we start thinking about Shin and his mission to take down all the shadows of Yor, and we've got hundreds, thousands, millions of guardians running around with the title of Dregden suddenly, and we're like, oh, because it's a triumph. We want it, right? We got it. So, taking in consideration what Savathun is saying to us, as we keep collecting all this lore, as we fill out everything they require of us, what does that mean the chroniclers have done to the Destiny universe? We're like, oh, and this is the beautiful part of it. This gets into that nice kind of trope of that always the people who seek knowledge and seek knowledge aggressively are the ones to unleash chaos and darkness. They're the Pandora's box. So is it setting it up so that, sure, yeah, we got people running around being Dark Guardians like running around using the title Dregden, but are we also having a bunch of chroniclers be responsible for the resurgence of Savathun? And I absolutely adore that idea. Or we can do a nice throwback to a piece of Destiny 1 lore, which now makes a lot more sense, where the Warlock found a fossilized piece of Ahamkara bone, starts bragging about it to a hunter that annoyed her, and said, there's no way you can ever bring this thing down. These things, they would kill you. No Guardian has ever survived them, which we now know. There's tons of Guardians who hunted and killed dozens of these things. But she basically goes and keeps telling the hunter, like, yeah, this thing is just, you're not going to beat it. You're not going to beat it. And then around the time of Taken King, when they actually got when we started being able to equip artifacts, there was an artifact listed as the Ahamkara scale for hunters. And the flavor text on it simply read, "I told that warlock I could do it." And I absolutely loved it. That's what I think we've done to ourselves. Yeah. So I think you just joined on us, so we'll go ahead and fire up the forge here. Go, Fannin. Go, 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 Fannin. Yeah, get your layman arc. Yeah. It has... Jeez. It's insane. I am sitting at 406 kills at my layman arc. No, it's fine. Let's do this. I can always farm it, cause I've got to farm it later anyway for the exotic ship. So, no, platinum starling. It only drops from Does it? You have to get the you have to maximize it. Really? No, because it says it drops from GoFanon if you read the collections. What do you mean? Really? I didn't read that. Like, Odeur... Wait, you're talking about the kind of bluish and yellow one, right? With all the symbols on it? That's an Eververse ship. Odeur is an Eververse ship. Yeah, but if you go in, which is a little confusing, because if you go into like your collections and look at it, it says it drops from GoFanon, which is just odd. So well, I guess I'm going to be forging a lot of freaking weapons then. I've got my Fatebringer 2.0. I'm good. That's what we call the Nation of Beasts. It's Fatebringer. It's effectively Fatebringer. I compared the stats. It's a little better in some areas, a little worse, but it's an arc hand cannon with Outlaw, Firefly, and an adaptive frame. You only need 10. Oof. Rel, rip the dream. Oof. Is it? That would be a good Crucible roll. I've never understood or been able to use Icarus, but I love watching other people use that perk. No. 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 You know what? If I can't have my bones of AO, I'm sorry, no. In which case, some people will be like, well, you got sixth coyote. You know, you can do that double dodge, and I'm like, it doesn't count. Graviton forfeit doesn't count. Now the Jester, the Gemini Jester are fine. Yeah, no. Oh, yay! That's great to know. Just in case we have, because I think we do have people watching, could you explain very quickly what Mermaids UK is? So they're getting the lottery money then. That is great. Yeah, that is, I read about it. That was amazing. Thanks, Graham. Wow. Well, and that's just the thing, is I've noticed that people that do that, they're, once they get their 15 minutes of fame, they usually kind of fade out. In which case, they got their 15 minutes in this one, they're going to throw their hissy fit, and they're going to vanish. Of course, after an appropriate amount of, dude, no one cares. At least that's my hope. Just by being angry. It's always fun how those things happen. Yup. Good. So that means we can actually try to do the wish wall again without you turning it into like a pachinko, like a Vegas light board. That was you broke the wish wall, is all I know. That was very funny. Oh god. 3 minutes later. I have not stepped foot into Scourge except for that one time I ran with you guys. And to be honest, now that I've got Laymanark as well as Izanagi's, I'm wondering if one of those would be better on that final boss than Whisper. Yeah, I'm just not a steady shot with Whisper, is my problem. I will probably have to hit you guys up for a Scourge run and education on it. I don't know if we do it tonight. But yeah. You see, now that's a big thing I love about the Destiny 2 raids, including Leviathan, was in Destiny 1, you almost had to force, like, they had to introduce mechanics that forced players to have to share the roles, or, like, everyone to get better at it, but it was too late. There were already the people that were really good at handling the sword for Crota, there were already people that knew their way through the relics and how to handle the Venus and Mars, or past and future, or whatever, in VoG. You know, there were those people that just knew their roles, and it was easy. Only once or twice, I think like with Oryx and his daughters, did you have to deal with a random element. Destiny 2 raids force you. Yeah, very true, but it's still something. Yeah, well, no, Gauntlet and Prestige Callus requires that everyone run. I think there's a way to cheese it, but still, like, everyone's got to know how to run, and that's how we develop things like the backwards method when we're doing the final round on that. Good lord. Jotun is fun. Death Toaster. The Mega Buster from Mega Man, yeah. Too bad you can't, like, shade it a deep blue, because I would. Absolutely, I would. I would definitely run Scourge, probably on my Hunter. Wow, we have a lot of freaking orbs. So long as I know what north and east is established on a map, because that was our problem with the Leviathan, was a lot of times people would be like, oh, well, north is where the Callus statue is, say, like, for gardens. And other people are like, well, no, north is going to be the door, because we're having to face from the statue, and it's like, okay, guys, let's... Yeah, when I did the, what I now refer to as the Gundam fight with you guys that one time, like, I figured out what north was very quickly, but that's the thing, as I've noticed, is you have to establish early on what is the direction. Ooh, a rift. No, he made a good decision because he teleported me right out of your rift. You still don't have Lunas? I finally got, whatchamacallit, I can't think of the word. Oh, nice. I think I've got a couple of those too. Which one was it? The, Fusion Matrix? Oh, you got Futurecraft. I got Fusion Matrix. What was it I was thinking of? Finally got the refurbished shader. Finally. Can't think about it. Oh, Galanor. I finally freaking got Galanor. I can't get them to work properly because my ability to use that super is limited because I am a Night Stalker. Do we want to switch to throne maybe now, or do we want to keep running this? Okay, let's dip out of this and let's run throne. No, no, I want to run throne because I need the ship Ghost Sparrow. Need. Well, let's go ahead and run. Like, I'm gonna pull us out of this, and we'll go ahead and run it now. And it typically with the three of us, it doesn't take long to get through throne. Yeah, like I did it on my hunter last night though. So, at this point in the day, yes. Plus, I have fic to write tonight. I have so much fic I have to finish. Uh, Oh God, no, you over. I had to go into the office today. I had to deal with downtown Seattle traffic. We're talking. I maybe have like one cell left right now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, but I was writing a very small. hmm I was writing a. hmm No, 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 no. You were saying traffic. Go ahead with your traffic story. Wow. It's like one of those like I aspire to be you one day kind of moments. No. See, I will say that mindset changes when you hit a certain age. I hit 40, and suddenly I'm starting to look at like other like 45 and such, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, bring it. Um, I get to be really mean soon. Um, why? Oh no, no, I will never be I've never been the person who makes a scene, and I will maintain that tradition of never being the person who makes a scene. Um, this is that's it's the world of customer service. I'm in orbit. You guys can join on me or whatever. Um, oh, well then I'll join up on you. Hang on. I left to go get my Titan. Um, I mean, yeah. I can run any subclass on my Titan. You want me to run Sentinel? Or Commander? You mean? Why don't why don't I run Commander then? Yeah, yeah, right. And I just got Ursa Furiosus too, so I'll throw those on for that fight. Um, did I actually shade them? I did. Yeah, precisely. That's what I'm doing right now. Is I typically run Heart of Inmost over anything else. Well, I mean, I kind of was glad they brought it in like this, but at the same time, I missed the idea of the helm of Inmost Light because it looked so cool in Destiny 1. Like that helmet with like you had like the horns made of light coming out. See, I love little details like that. That's one reason I run. It's one reason why I run Orpheus rigs on my Night Stalker constantly. Besides the, you know, the little void arrows. Yeah, or how like it used to be with Twilight Garrison. Twilight Garrison, you'd get the little lights that would pop out of your back, and you'd look like a little flying police car. Um,
The gateway is open. I wish I could go with you, my friend.
I had kind of wished like maybe Cade's pants would have something like that, but yeah, yeah, precisely. Yeah, precisely. Or like you'd see it kind of like open or close, or the gun would appear, disappear. Yeah. I'm ready when you guys are. I am. Jeez. They are. I should probably actually, now that I'm thinking about it, slot a mod in this Titan mark since I found my Titan mark I want. What do I want? Super. Wow, I have 22 super mods. Jeez. um, back before, no, before Forsaken dropped, I had a bunch of mod components that I was never using because I just got used to not modding weapons. Because D1 you didn't have mods, and to be honest, the mods that we were dealing with were so underwhelming. Like, even now, the only mod besides Super that I use is Hipfire for bows, and the Transcendent mod if I need to run um, Transcendent if I need. Yeah, Taken spec on a Bad Omens is nasty. Yeah. I have not bought many. I don't know. Yeah, it's like, let me just flip around because, like, the only time I've ever run the other hunter, the other dodge, which recharged your melee if you're in range of an enemy, was if you're running top tier or top tree Arc Strider, because then you're just constantly just punching. Infinity. Hey, gaming, how are you doing tonight? BTC Gaming. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see here. Hey, look, it's the we're heading to the temple of the tattoo that I have on me. Yay. That's the Temple of Infinity. For, I don't know. Which way are we? I don't know. We are. Yeah, don't do that. I am lost. We're doing well tonight. We are running Shattered Throne and trying to get through it in an expedient manner. Trying. Trinity Ghoul, love this bow. Well, my only issue with Trinity Ghoul is that it has like a longer draw time. Like yeah, I mean I got used to Wishender and getting really quick with Wishender, but I have yet to get used to Trinity Ghoul. But I love like the little locking animation the frame has on it, or the sights have on it. Oh, ow. Ow! Yeah, using a bow in Shattered Throne is kind of thematically correct. It's like I keep thinking like a great loadout to run whenever you're running Dreaming City is for basically like cultural purposes for the Awoken is like sidearm, Vestian Dynasty preferred, a bow, and Whisper of the Worm. But just because I don't think we've run into any like truly unique Awoken heavies. Um, uh, well, I don't know. Maybe the sword. Maybe Abide the Return. But no, it's not. And also, I found something. Thank you. Yeah, got that Jotun. Gotta go up. I am. Oh, how to get up? Whoops. I was not paying attention. I was reading your comment, gaming. Yeah, Escalation Protocol shotgun. I have begun calling the Ikelos Shotty the Galahorn of Destiny 2. Because, and everyone's like, oh, it doesn't have Wolfpack rounds. It's not the point. It's in Destiny 1, Galahorn was the skeleton key to any boss fight. It was honestly the skeleton key to any fight, and even after they nerfed it, Ikelos is still the skeleton key to any boss fight. You just get in range, tank a hit, and unload. Oh, you're fine, gaming. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna die multiple times because I do not main a Titan. I might as well be like. Um. I mean, let's be honest. I main a hunter, and for Forsaken, I main a hunter, and Forsaken, I ran my warlock almost entirely because she's awoken. So now I'm actually pretty good at running a warlock. Which one? Who am I following? This is us lost. Oh my god. I I actually had a friend loan me several Tomoe Gozen novels. Granted, some of them were a little bit, more fluffed up and presented her in, like basically like it was a little more fluff than I believe historical. Well, not only that, but she was openly, well, we would use the term now, queer. And she was openly queer, which was unheard of at the time. I think one of the stories I read involved her actually being married to a lord's daughter, um, and then wasn't. As I said, I read some stories that were Well, it was also more of the just again, like some of the stuff I read was very dramatized, but yeah, very good series. I love Tomoe Gozen as a character, and historically as well. So, well, I mean, like we there's a bunch of figures like that in history. Like in Irish mythology, there was in well, no, in Irish history there was Cahulin, which many people say was an actual warrior. And when you read through some of the lore, you're like, wow, dude was like was like Superman. But then you start reading some of the more localized lore, and you're like, he was just a really good fighter. Um, he could use an ability called the warp spasm, which was basically hulking. It was basically him hulking out, and it took several. Um, yeah, but it took several gallons of water and several maidens to calm him from his rage. He also used the mythical spear. I I know I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this, but he used the mythical spear, the Gaibalig, the Gaibol, which would was a short spear that, when thrown, yeah, he could no, he could throw it with his foot. You didn't have to, but he could throw it with his foot, and it would go into the enemy, and then it would sprout barbs from the head. Yeah, but again, we're looking at a situation where this is a mythical character who achieved all these massive feats, but then you have some, as I said, localized history that kind of brings it down to being more of just a human character, more of just someone who is a really brave fighter as well. Right, precisely. And since actual history is devoid of mythical spears that sprout poisonous barbs and turning yourself inside out and going all Hulk mode, um, it's interesting. And I would say the same thing applies to Tomoe Gozen as well. I have no doubts that she was a master samurai, the finest Naginata user, and also, probably because of her loyalty, was allowed to marry the daughter of a lord. Um, I have no doubts about that, but I would no. I don't remember that story. I do remember one story where basically she kind of just becomes a wandering monk um, for a little bit. Again, dramatized novels. I highly recommend looking them up, Ghost. And also, I recommend it's not kids reading. I will tell you this now. I am going to just disclaimer this now. It is not kids reading. But if you like Irish lores, particularly about Cahulin, um, or about Cahulin, look for a book called The Raid by Randy Lee Eichhoff. It is a modern. I don't want to say it takes place in modern day, but he uses modern language to narrate and describe the events of the battle. Yes, the Great Cattle Raid of Cooley, and it goes into the motivations of Queen Maeve. It it goes into. I'm sorry. The Raid. The Raid. It's called The Raid. And it goes into the motivations of Queen Maeve. It goes into the motivations of her husband. It goes into the motivations of the only part of the myth that it does not go into in great detail, because it is Irish myth and it kind of just assumes that you're going to catch up, is why the men of Ulster, who Cahulin belonged to, why the men of Ulster cannot fight. Why Cahulin himself, yes. And they glance over it briefly, so briefly, but it's such a fascinating story as to why they can't fight, why this boy warrior has to basically fight off the entirety of, was it the Western or was it the Southern Kingdom? I want to say it was the Southern Kingdom of Ireland, which I can't remember the name of at this point in time. Mm, Cuchulainn or Cahulin, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now the reason this is the fascinating part of that whole story too. This is what makes it truly like really interesting was how they got cursed, which again they don't go into, and that is one day they and I'm giving the abbreviated version of the story because honestly it's really cool. But one day some of the men of Ulster, the warriors of Ulster, um, see a woman passing and basically they harass her and they make her race a horse. Don't ask, read the whole story, it makes sense. They end up making her race a horse, and she's 8 months pregnant. Now, she wins. She wins the freaking race. She actually manages to get there, but again, she's in the midst of child, like she's about to pop, or she is, depending upon the story, the way it's read, she's either 8 months pregnant and about to give birth, or she has already, or she's in the process of it. And she wins, and then she basically tells them, my name is the Morrigan. And you just did this to me, and for anyone who doesn't know, the Morrigan is the Celtic goddess of war who has 3 forms. And they happen to tick off the mother form, who cursed all men of Ulster, all warriors of Ulster, to be as weak as a woman in the midst of childbirth when their strength is needed most. And little did they know, but at that point in time, Queen Maeve of the Southern Kingdom got into a really silly competition with her husband that she could find a bull that would fight and kill a bull that he owned that was a mythical bull. And, of course, the men of Ulster had such a mythical bull that she could, use to beat her husband because, let's be honest, if you were married to Queen Maeve, you were there as a set piece. You were amusement for her. You were always going to be the bottom rung of her entertainment pool, and you just lived with that. And this was his chance to kind of prove her wrong, and so he indulged it. Of course, what choice did he have? And so they say, "Hey, Ulster, give us your magic cow," and Ulster goes, "No," and they're like, "All right, it's war." And it was it's an amazing story. Seriously, read it. I love the modern day retelling of it, like the use of modern language, because it brings you in more into the mentality. Nothing. I'm running a primarily restorative mobility Titan. Which sniper? Oh, I see him. Oh, nope, I got nerfed. I got nuked. So, but that is like, also for anyone who's interested, there is out there, um, and this gets into just kind of like other stuff, but some of the best Celtic translations I've read have come from a married couple. I don't know if they're still doing the translations. Um, No problem. The name of the couple is the Matthews. They do some amazing translations. Uh, and yeah, but anyway, I'm a huge Celtic lore nerd. Um, we somehow got to there from Tomoe Gozen, so my apologies. We rambled. Well, you see, the problem is there. You're talking different cycles. You're talking you're talking different cycles, and that's the big thing with Irish history or Irish mythology is that you're depending upon like the invasion. Like that's post that's post Tutha, the post Tua fourth invasion after they had freed themselves from the Fohovre. Um, and I'm gonna burn out. I burned out. So Finn McCool, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to say like it again. It depends upon the cycle, because if you're talking about the Tutha cycle, the fourth invasion, then the obvious answer is either uh, Silverhand or um, Lou, Lou of the Long Arm, who is basically the god of being a jack of all trades. Um, if you go further back, I don't remember much about the first and second invasions, other than the fact that once you hit like first and second invasions, it's hard to divorce a lot of the Christian influence from the myth, because at that point you're really having to go only based off what the Christian monks are able to translate. Which, again, nothing wrong with that. Some of the Lady Gregory translations from that era are amazing. But if you want the actual authentic lore from such things, you do kind of have to read a little bit in between the lines. Right, and it's all in oral tradition, so. But you get some amazing hero stories. The other thing I love about Celtic lore is the gods are very human. They're not like the Greek gods where it's like, okay, yeah, what's Zeus up to this week? How is he going to ruin mortals' lives? There's a couple stories you're reading. Yeah, Monster of the Week. Yeah, but then you also have the fact that, like with Celtic lore, there's one story I read where I can't remember which particular, was it Dianket, or I can't remember which king, which high king, or which basically who was the prime deity of the pantheon was in charge at the time. But they basically tasked these three brothers who were just really arrogant with a nigh impossible task, and the brothers get about halfway through, and by the time they get back from the second step, the god that tasked them with this particular, burden, this particular thing, isn't even in charge anymore. It's a completely different king. And so all of the tributes, um if you want to get Toland, go ahead. I'm kind of Toland out. I might die. No, I'm good. Um and but anyway, they get back and like there's a completely different king involved that they have to give all their tributes to. And it's hilarious in that sense. I mean, the story ends horribly, but like you do.
Guardian down.
Yeah, well, we've read Truth to Power this week, and you and I discussed our theories, and I think that is the theory. I think it's one of those things where uh, she created. She,
Guardian down.
Yeah, combined with, well, if you just stop this and let us win, you'll stop the curse. But we're like, yeah, but we can't stop and let you win. Oh, well, then the curse is going to keep going. Um, Thanks for, fueling whatever this engine is that I'm building here slowly. Um, Also, Vox, I recommend if you haven't yet, Welsh lore is really, really good. I highly recommend the Lady. Actually, I was about to suggest one for you, and it's very prominent, fairly easy to find. Look for the Lady Gregory translations of the Mabinogi. It gets into some really interesting, like, it chains all the stories together very well. I'm fairly sure Ghost is just like, dear gods, will you two shut up about Irish law? Oh, what do you mean? Which one is that? Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh my god. So okay, so I found it. I pulled it out. It's the Mabinogi. Um, I think this is the Dorset translation or the Dorset release of it. But either way, if you find one that's a nice hardback, it was published in '76. It includes a bibliography. It explains how to pronounce the names, and then gives you a map so that you can understand where the tale is telling you. That's the foreword, and then it gets into Will, the Lord of the Deep, um, which then it mentions the wasting sickness of Kehulin, a mortal hero who is asked to fight for an otherworld king and is offered an otherworld woman as a reward, though Pills or Will's self-denial suggesting it does the extent to which continental chivalry has informed the tale represents a major innovation. The second part recalls Odysseus' reclaiming of Penelope, while the third may reflect similar Irish traditions about the birth of Kehulin, which is accompanied by the birth of two colts instead of dogs. Um, Again, very good. You get some great backstory into it, but I only found it like half price. Yeah, I had to find it at half price books. I'll be honest. Oh, that's an amazing name for a goddess. Well, yeah. I can't remember, but there was a really great myth that I once read from was it Japanese lore? God, I can't remember. I can't remember half of the. No, it wasn't so much a myth about the gods as it was, I think, something about like it. I remember all the folk tales about like the turtle in the sea and the dragon that offers pearls. Um, yeah, like I remember some of those vaguely. Hey, Black Ink, how you doing? Yeah, I really dig a lot of those, and it's really interesting to start getting into it because those at our current D&D campaign is pulling heavily from that region of Asia as well as Hindu mythology. Not that we're using direct Hindu mythology, but we're structuring it in that manner, and it's fascinating. have a feeling that's going to come up in our campaign. Because the Kali equivalent in our campaign has been up to something. Shiva? Ancient gods, everyone. This is fascinating. Ancient gods. We're doing okay tonight. Black Ink, we're running some Shattered Throne at the moment. I'm moving something over. And basically just being kind of chill. I moved this over to the wrong character. Here we go. I'm going to have to hopefully get some special, because I'm probably going to be out. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, we are running Shattered Throne just for funsies. We were running Gofan and Forge earlier just for funsies. To be honest, other than Triumph Hunting, we're really not doing too much tonight. I'm ready when you guys are. It's a funsies night. Alright, let's roll. I got it. I'll take care of front ads if you guys want to take care of the back. Oh. Okay, yeah, just be careful so we don't burn her too fast. But, okay. I'll focus on back ads then. How did your Nova get booped? Oh. Okay, hang on. Coming down. Oh, hey. Green goo. I can burn her. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. We gotta grab that buff. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Just hang on. I will say I love this Code of the Commander. It's just the exploding punches and grenades are amazing. Especially, again, as we've discussed with the Heart of Inmost Light. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and dunk. I'll pop the shield so you guys can fire through it right here. Go. How do I... There. Oh, I forgot to put on my Ursas. Darn it. How gone is he? How almost gone is he? Oh, shenanigans. If I can. I'm getting booped pretty hard. No, 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 no. You do you. You're being an efficient Titan. You're getting your waning on. No, 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 that's appropriate. Died by hive hands or taking hands. Totally got your waning on. Sorry, that's too soon. Rip Waiting. $27. Let's get this other guy down, please. Got it. 43 seconds on that mark. I do not have a super, so we'll just have to burn. Okay, someone go dunk. I'll pop out a normal barrier, or normal rally barrier. Please. That's fine. I got it. I'll do 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 it. I got it. I got it. Got it. Oh, good. Okay. Really? Yay! Oh, Ghost also got the ship. Wonderful. oh, oh, God. You got the ship. For anyone tuning in for the first time, the way this typically goes is I run with Ghost and Vox to get something, to get a rare drop. And they inevitably end up getting the rare drop. So congratulations on getting the rare drop that I'm hunting for. Congratulations on your ship, and congratulations on your Trinity Ghoul. Seriously, have fun with it. Have a lot of fun with it, because you're going to just go to town with it, right? It is a very fun bow. Again, the draw time on it is extensively long, so if you've got like something that will improve your draw time. Well, wait, no, yeah, or honestly, if you're running Oath Keepers. Oh my goodness, the Palace Gaio. Oh, my name is Sure Ido. You will be the first to stand with the queen. Or I was first to stand with the queen. And if you get the ornament for it, it looks even better. Because it has electricity coursing through it if you get the ornament. It does. Oh, well then check it and equip it if you do. Oh, equip it. Test it out. Test it out. It looks like... How kind of locks in. Yeah. Speaking of Horizon Zero Dawn, a friend of mine just started it, and I love watching her play it because she's trying to be stealthy. She's trying to use all the bows and the traps, but she does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, and she's one of the most like she's a tank. Whenever she plays games, like she does tanks very well and full body contact type characters. And so I'm watching her play Horizon Zero Dawn, trying to set up the traps and lure these robot dinosaurs into them. And every single time, every elaborate setup and hunt ends with her just bodying everything with a spear. It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you know what? I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her because you know what? If being able to body robot dinosaurs with your spear is a tactic that the game allows, use it. Nope, I got booped. Maybe I can save it. I can. Oh, saved it. So for anyone tuning in late, I am running with Ghost and Vox tonight. We have been all over the place with Destiny lore, Irish lore, Japanese lore, and mythology. Meanwhile, I am not on my preferred class, but you know, I have the Galahorn of Destiny 2 here just equipped, and I just got ammo for it, so you know, I'm ready. Who died? Okay. Fine, I won't come res you. No, no, that's... Nope, too late. I died. I tried... I tried to hunter jump. I tried to hunter jump, and it did not go well, because I'm on a Titan. Meanwhile, Vox is enjoying their new Death Toaster. Um, Gotta love that Death Toaster, the Jotun. Um, oh, good God, I did it again. I've had a really rough. I've had a really rough day. No, I just had a really rough day, and no, I'm not joking. So like, this is gonna be a rare personal story. So basically, we got a notice. A couple weeks. DJ lower. So my apartment complex got a notice a few weeks ago saying like, hey, you know, we're gonna shut off power to the building in the middle of the week during normal hours, which is fine, except for the fact that I work from home. And that means if they shut off power or I lose internet connection, I have to drive into the city and work in the office, which it's not as bad as it sounds, except for the fact that I have to pay $30 for parking. Um, because Seattle. Um, so because of the snow, they had to push it back, and I was like, okay, that's fine. This is fine. So we think, okay, they tell us like we're gonna reschedule we'll reschedule the whole, you know, shutting off the power and getting the breakers replaced. It's all good. Like, we'll give you warning. The warning they gave us was yesterday. I step outside, check the mail, and there it is. Like, hey, we're gonna shut the power off. So I had to go into the office today, fully anticipating like a day without power in my apartment. I do it. I front all the necessary costs. I get a text from my roommate at 11. They shut off the power at 10. I get the text at 11 saying, hey, power's been restored to the house. They're done. And yeah, then it was just, okay, great. It was not the best day at work. I don't know. We're at the boop. You're in a death cycle. You're in a death cycle. You know what? You know what? There, hobgoblins. I will say though that I cursed this run because we're like, yeah, sure, we'll just blow through like Shattered Throne. A quick run through Shattered Throne. We know it. We know it. just, just pull us. Just pull us. Just pull us. Just pull us through. Tonight on 3 Board Guardians. I don't want to talk about it. I had a rough day at work. We're all just blame. We're just all blaming work right now. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my LaCroix. My shy watermelon, yeah. A strawberry with a low battery indicator. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't been able to get the Trader Joe's and get the one that, water that literally screams ginger and honey in your ear. Um, which, by the way, that is really good. That is really good. Skittle. Yeah, dissolved in a river. Oh my god. Alright, so what's our strat for this? No, I didn't. Okay, I don't remember this. So we kite to the middle, kill them. We don't have a tether. We don't have a tether, though. We have a rift, and we've got me, and I can do the explodey, fisty, grenadey thing. Um, I should switch to Ursus. I'll switch to Ursus though. Um, yep. Ikelos and Thunderlord. Ikelos and Thunderlord are your meltdown combos for this. So, do we want an ammo run? Okay, listen. My pardon me stream. I burped in the mic there. I'm gonna get that ship to drop. I'm gonna get that ghost to drop, and I'm gonna get that sparrow to drop. No, because I did get duty bound after 12 runs. No, no, we broke the curse. We broke the curse 2 weeks ago, when we all three of us settled in and really we were like, yeah, we're gonna get the Osprey for you tonight. You're gonna get the Osprey. This is nuts. And then we were like, we were prepared to sit in that strike for 2 hours. First drop, Masterwork Osprey. We're done. Yeah, Twitch was acting up that night. What are we doing? Why are we still alive? I thought we were. I have ammo. Oh my lord. Well, they're about to kill me, so. Well, the problem was, no, the tether increased the damage and kept them slowed. I mean, as I said, I can pop my super, I'll throw my grenade, I'll punch one, and it will just do that chain damage thing. But we've got to burn them fast. It's just the problem. And then I'll pop my super and you guys fire through the barrier. I'd have to build one? There we go. We got there. Yeah. Let's do this. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here and hi, how you doing? How you doing there? Good to meet you. Oh, no. That did not work. They're gonna come to us. That's the thing we got to realize is they're going to come to us regardless. Um, Only a little. We'll still have to push through. I do not have a melee, nor do I have a grenade. Okay. I love that they brought this sit emote back. I love this emote. You're gonna aggro. You're gonna aggro it. I've seen how this story ends. It ends with us wiping. Um, so we want to talk to you about the whole Alacore thing. Do you know what your job entails? Let me go get this helmet that I had once. Oh God. Well, let's face it. Hive have to have dental. They're completely just made of. They're made of teeth. They're all made of teeth, which is a terrifying prospect. I have got. No, I have not seen the Katsu thing. Not. I would say that is not the. I got mine. Okay, well then let's do this. I'm gonna aggro. Let me aggro. I'm gonna pop my barrier. Let me grenade. Punch. Let's go after. I'm blocking her shots. Take her down, guys. Take her down. Hurry, 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 hurry. 20 seconds. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Whew. Thank you. We're gonna have to 2-round this. That's fine. We can manage. We can manage. Did she pop her crystal? She popped crystal. I'm gonna blast them. They got the grenade on them. They got the punch. I am down. Just do damage. Do damage and they go explodey. Nope. Nope. Just back off. Back off. Back off. Back off. No. I had no I had no Icolos ammo. Let me check my arms. Special ammo. There we go. Special ammo finder. Hand cannon, primary ammo finder, unflinching. Prodigal Greaves. And my dot. Okay. Oh, which one? The, blast, not the blast furnace. Acreus? How does that look 3D printed? Hmm. Made it there. We made it there. Okay. Ready? Punching. Getting away. And I'm dead. Careful, careful, careful. That's okay, just break away, just break away, just break away. She's on the other side. Rally. Okay, careful. Alactor is very close to having his helmet blown off. Okay, Bakor has his helmet down. Shields up, shields up, shields up, shields up. I know. We'll take care of the crystal. You do your thing. You be Vox. That's what you do. Crystal's down. Garog has. I somehow survived that. I don't know how. Alright, hang on. We'll wait on your super, yeah. Your super, once we burn them, then... Is Garog's helmet off yet? Yeah, Garog's... Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so as soon... Let's corral them. Let's corral them. Let's corral them. They faded. They faded. She's gonna pop a crystal here real soon too. Are you running a Phoenix protocol? No, you're not running Phoenix protocol. Popping my super. You guys fire through. There we go. Really? Really? Another stupid sword. Jeez, criminy. This game wants me to have Abide the Return, like, constantly. Oh my goodness. So that was a Shattered Throne on my second character for this week. Yet again, massive disappointment. So, now that we have completed Shattered Throne, what do we want to go do? We got a little bit more time on the stream. Wait, what did you say about Bergersia? Tell you what, let's go to the tower. Let's go to the tower. Okay, let's go to the tower. Oh, I left the party then. Wonderful. Let's go to tower because I need to pick up a new frame. Do I want to switch back to my hunter? No, I'll stay on my Titan for a bit. Wait, why am I going to change character? I don't want to change character. Wake up, Sonja. Oh, you're in matchmaking. I can't join you. It's okay, I'll take a look at my other friends and see what they're doing. Okay, looks like, wow. Alchemistic is making a Titan. Ooh, she made a really pretty Titan. What's Guira up to? Nothing. Guy's a little teched out warlock there. So I have been informed by someone else I play with, and you guys have played with, Industrial Girl, that the Black Armory set for warlocks basically makes you look like a Sith Lord. It does. Are you guys still loading into the tower? Wow. Criminy. Destiny 2. Wait for loading time. I don't know. I really don't know. But, I mean, I'll say this, though. As many people as we've had kind of dipping in and out of the game because of Apex, because of Anthem, because of, the current batch of games, Destiny has had the reputation of sticking to a very core audience and building back up and slowly slinking back down, but it's always there, much like the goth scene. It's true. Anyone out there cannot argue with me on this. I always used to love it when, like, on some like top 40 or alternative mainstream rock station, like some, I don't want to say pseudo goth because that's kind of insulting, but like some goth or industrial rock band like Stabbing Westward or Gravity Kills, or I'm really dating myself here, or some such band comes out and gets mainstream success, and then suddenly we get like this influx of brand new goth kids that have just hit Hot Topic and they're exploring everything, and they stick around until those bands are no longer relevant. But then guess what? They drift off. We still have bar sales. And then we got a bunch of new folk who are legitimately interested. Like maybe the 2% of the influx that stuck around. And, we have managed to convert them to listening to things like Covenant. Uh, Dead Stars still burn. Dead Stills. Stars burn. No, I'm thinking that song Dead Stars by Covenant. Um, oh, there you go. 650 is vouchsafed, not with a really good roll. RPC Valiant Boots, Encore 25, Refrain 29. Well, I mean, if anything, I can say that tonight I did get the refurbished shader for the Black Armory.
Well, Titan, let's see what we have here.
It's kind of a greenish gray one, I guess. No, you get it. No, whenever you pick up one of the ones that's whenever you pick up one of the ones that's just like a refurb. That's just like a refurbished, like say like a refurbished Suros or something. It's on one of those. Um, I need Sato and Burgersian. So, cross fingers. Murian's a colorful shader, I'll give it that. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, let's have a moment for, the former oldest EXO in the tower, Lakshmi too, who we thought saw some stuff and was, the oldest EXO, and now we have Ada 1. Um, I mean, it's possible that Lakshmi is still older than Ada, but yeah, actually, she was an EXO frame that was created specifically for a purpose. So, that too. Alright, I can't get a frame, but let's go ahead and run this thing, just because who knows what'll drop. And three of us, and three of us. Mm-hmm. This is so dumb! That is so dumb! I have to send that to Industrial Girl. For anyone who's wondering what we're laughing at, um, it is a very obscure reference to an industrial band called KMFDM, and of several Squirtle. Yeah, front 242. It's just um my favorite one was a meme that someone created where it's a picture of the chimney sweep dance from Mary Poppins, with all the chimney sweeps dancing on the roof, all covered in grime, and someone just, like skipping and smiling, and someone just snapped a picture and memed it with the word terrorcore written on it. So, oh god, yeah. I mean, like for anyone who's wondering, we are discussing some very obscure forms of industrial music, electronic, very angry dance music. That, wow, that's just it's impressive that to find memes of this quality that I now have to send Industrial Girl, and she's going to message. She's going to message me, and she'll be like, "I'm in the middle of something important. Why did you do this to me?" Um, because she's my friend. Go figure. I'm gonna go get a restock on some ammo, and then we can go run Bergersha. God, that's so dumb. Oh my god. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a Bergersha, and then we're gonna call the stream for the night. But let's go ahead and do this. For anyone who stuck around through this bizarre lore, meme, music, rambling that the three of us pulled off tonight, you're welcome, and I'm sorry. Um, I don't know what else to say other than, how do you want to do this? Yeah. No, how do you want to do this? Yeah. Wow, this Fate Cries Foul is really nice. Okay, yeah, so Industrial Girl loved it. She just responded back with Ruffle. So, now if she'd replied back with Rufflecopter, I know I would have broken her with that. But, there we go. Dude, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I somehow managed to memorize lore and history of fictional universes for several different places and things like Marvel Comics, Destiny, you name it. And I can still I oh god, let's not discuss that train wreck of a musician. I have feelings on that individual and we won't go into them here. That's an after string conversation. Also, that's more of a bitter DJ conversation. And I don't mean bitter DJ as in the individual, I mean bitter DJ as in the career. Um, Dear God, do not walk up in a DJ booth at a goth club and say, I would like to hear the beautiful people. We will scowl at you and. They're both equally as bad. Next to saying, well, no, you never request that because that's a floor killer. Never request that. It's a floor killer. Um, I also love it when people say, can you please play something from Depeche Mode? And I'm sitting there with like 16 albums and 65, like my directory for Depeche Mode. Well, no. It's like all they say is play something by Depeche Mode, and I'm sitting there looking at like a file folder that is easily like 10 gigs of Depeche Mode, and I'm like, which Depeche Mode would you like? Personal Jesus I'll play because I actually have some stuff that I can fit in with that. I do not own any more Rammstein. I got rid of all my Rammstein just for that reason. I've never really owned any Manson. Combi Christ very quickly fell off that list after things involving Combi Christ. I mean, I don't like the music personally. The people are fine. The people are okay. Not a fan of the music. Um, and I'm sorry, and even though it has been over a decade, Fictional's Blue Lights is still on the do not play list because, dear God, everyone was tired of that song. Well, you see, no. I'll say this. Karaoke bars and Don't Stop Believing is actually an okay good thing once a night. Once. And I say once a night because that's the one time you get everyone in the bar, even the people scared to get up and sing, just rolling with as much power as they have in their lungs. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. I sing a lot. I sing Killing Me Softly. I do that one very well. Wig in a Box. I do that one. Um, that one as personal. Wig in a box has personal meaning. Now we have a Japanese style karaoke bar in Seattle called Rockbox, and they actually have a lot of anime themes. So we'll go with our friends, and I'll sit there and pick out stuff like no, well, no. The thing is like she picks like my friend will pick like some obscure stuff and have fun with it. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here going like, let me play like the most depressing Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, because I can do them well. I Other Side, listen to Other Side. Just saying. Ooh, and since we're on random topic changes, speaking of Cruel Angel Thesis, did you hear that Evangelion is coming to Netflix? Netflix. They haven't said when. All I know is that I have friends that need to see that series. And I will... Oh my god. I cannot wait to introduce a bunch of my new friends to the series and have all of us in one room screaming at one time, "Get in the damn robot, Shinji." Like, seriously, I lost track of the number of times I started yelling at my TV, which I rarely do while watching Evangelion, and going, "We all have issues with our parents, Shinji. Get in the robot." Hey, we are on stream. That was our one for the night. You wasted our one, but we have only a few more minutes. No, you're fine. Don't worry, because again, we get the one. The beautiful thing about having worked in radio, especially a college radio station that had its safe harbor hours removed from it, thanks to other people who came prior to her, was you understand some of the rules for the ratings and such. And at PG-13, you get the one. Also, I am very still familiar with the 7 deadly words. Thank you, George Carlin. I don't even remember what I was talking about other than the fact that Evangelion's coming. Yeah, having a bunch of friends that I'll introduce and have them screaming at the robot. Just get in the robot, Shinji. Rapture ain't gonna start itself. Come on. Now, Outlaw Star just came to Hulu. I just checked. Oh my god! I loved Outlaw Star, as cheesy as it was, but now that, of course, which one? I have not seen that one yet. Oh, yeah, I never watched any of those, to be honest. I mean, yeah, they're fun. Like, I just never watched them. I like Space Dandy. Space Dandy is hilarious. Zombieland Saga, okay. That is nice. Unlike Tokyo Ghoul, which really batch. You know, the thing was though, I still enjoyed the series. I just hated how like season 2 and 3 that just felt like they were rushing through the entire story. I've tried watching Ranma a few times. Like, it's just, oh, what was I talking about? Since we're on this, Battle Angel. Oh my god, good. It is good. Now, when there are moments where, like, you're watching the acting and you're like, dear god, I can't handle this, but you have to remember that it is, that, like, the actress they get to do, Alita, is actually channeling a lot of the mentality of Alita when you read the original manga. The fact, like, how hopeful she was, how just kind of new to the world she was, and everything. You know, and the fight. But here's the thing. The fight scenes, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything, including the, like, little tiny minute details the fight scenes had on them. Like bits of like, yeah, highly recommend Battle Angel Alita. The the uncanny valley throws you, but you get through it eventually. I know. No, that you jinxed it. I was out of ammo. Oh, I gotta go figure out of it though. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna end the stream though. Thank you all for tuning in. I am Blue Sonja. Joining me tonight again was Ghost and Vox. Thank you both for joining me tonight as we discussed lore and every other thing that ran through our erratic minds. And we did a Shattered Throne. We did some Gofanon. And now we finished with a Bergersia. But again, yes, thank you all for tuning in. I will be back next week, and I hope you have a good one. Have a good night. Give me a second before we say anything. Radio silence.